So the New York Jets running back room has drastically improved with the Breece Hall addition. Where do they rank, and is it a fair ranking? We're going to get into it. Hey, what's going on? I'm Matt O'Leary, back with another video, and today I'll be talking about the Jets running back room, where they rank, and why I think it's a poor ranking or poor evaluation. Before we get started today, just want to mention you can follow on social media at Matt O'Leary NY. You guys know the drill. New episodes of Just Jets come out every single Monday. You can call in, leave me your questions. I'll get to them on the show. And last but not least, bonus content over on Patreon, patreon.com/Matt O'Leary NY. So it's ranking season, and it's a slow time right now, which is fine. It's okay. This is what we do. And PFF put out their running back room rankings. Now, this doesn't include, like, if you have a team with a rushing quarterback, does not count because we're looking at exclusively the running back room. Now, the Jets came in 24th in this ranking, and that feels very low, all things considered, especially when you add someone like Breece Hall at the top of the second round. And here's what PFF had to say about it. They said this could end up being much too low for New York's backfield. Agree so far. Breece Hall has the size, speed, and all-around skill set that teams are looking for in a bell cow running back. That's what he was the past 3 years for Iowa State, earning PFF grades above 75 in all 3 years. He's joined by 2021 fourth-round pick Michael Carter, who earned a very respectable 77.3 PFF rushing grade during his rookie campaign. Both are capable rushers and receivers out of the backfield, but Hall has a measurables advantage that would likely earn him the lead role. So I agree that I think Breece Hall is going to be the lead, but I think Michael Carter as your number two is a high-end number two and a very good number two. And specifically when you see the Jets at 24 and the teams in front of them, or the running back rooms in front of them, I don't get it. And we're going to go through, and I have a bunch of teams that are in front of the Jets that I want to talk about and debate. So Cardinals at 23, James Conner and Darrell Williams. I mean, Connor's okay, but is Darrell Williams enough to say that, okay, that duo is definitely better than Michael Carter and Breece Hall? And I guess the argument that people are going to say against this is that Breece Hall hasn't played in the NFL yet. But I think you have to take that projection into it when you're doing this. And I don't know. I can't see a world where both Conner and Darrell Williams are better than both Hall and Michael Carter. That one I don't get. Bucks at 22, Fournette and Rachaad White. Fournette, yeah, okay, fine, I'll give you that one. But Rachaad White, really? We've seen enough from Rachaad White to say that, okay, the duo of Fournette and White is better than the duo of Hall and Carter. Not buying that one. Eagles at 21. Obviously, Jalen Hurts isn't considered here, but Miles Sanders and Boston Scott. Miles Sanders I like a lot. I think he's a pretty solid running back, but is Boston Scott better than Michael Carter? Debatable. I would put the Jets in front of that one. Lions is one that maybe on this list, because I have still a long way to go after this, that maybe I'd put the Jets behind. I like DeAndre Swift a lot. I like Jamal Williams as a number two. But I think the Jets are at minimum in the same conversation with Detroit, even though I think DeAndre Swift is probably a higher end back, and Jamal Williams is a higher end number two. But that's besides the point. The Bills at 19 is one that I really don't get, because this is in the same division, obviously. And they just had to take James Cook in the draft because they weren't getting enough out of Moss and Singletary. I really don't get this one at all. Last year, their leading rusher was their quarterback. I don't know how this could be a top 20 unit, even with the addition of Cook. I don't buy that one at all. I think that's they should be significantly lower on this list. The Steelers at 18. Obviously, Najee Harris put up a monster numbers, 1,200 yards. His yards per attempt was pretty low. It was under 4. And Benny Snell Jr. didn't do anything last year. He had like 100 rushing yards. He stunk whenever he had the opportunity. So I don't think that duo is better than the Jets duo. That I would put the Jets in front of them. Giants with Saquon and Breida. These are the two most injury-prone running backs in football, and these two combined for 718 yards in 2021. Like, are we still talking about 2018 Saquon Barkley? Because we haven't seen that version of him in a very, very long time. And Matt Breida has been hurt the last 2 years, and pretty much his entire career, but he's been hurt a lot, specifically the last 2 years. How they could be at 17, I'm not quite sure. 16, Montgomery and Herbert on the Bears. Montgomery I like. I think he's at least in the same conversation as Breece Hall, but Michael Carter I think is someone who would be better than Herbert, so I put the Jets there. And then at 15, you have the Patriots with Harris and Stevenson. I'd probably put ahead of the Jets, I guess. But it's close. You're in that conversation with those two guys. So at worst, I think the Jets are 16 or 17. 24 is way too low. I think they should be somewhere around the middle of the pack. And obviously the teams on the higher end side have no issue with where they rank. Maybe the Seahawks, so I think we're at 13, where they have Chris Carter, who I don't know if he's ever going to play again, and Kenneth Walker, and Rashad Penny kind of puts that over the top. So maybe I wouldn't say the Jets are better than that one, but I mean, that's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, almost 10 teams. There are 9 teams where you could have a conversation or have a debate about the Jets being better than. I don't, 24 is too low, and I know the rebuttal, I hear it already as well. You haven't seen Bryce Hall in the NFL, or Breece Hall, sorry, in the NFL. How do you know what he's going to be? Well, this is projection based, obviously, but I don't know how you could project guys like Saquon and Breida to be a middle of the pack running back duo when neither of those guys have been healthy in years. That doesn't make any sense to me. So I think it's too low. I think they should be somewhere around the middle of the pack, and I think they have a chance to improve after that, obviously. Obviously, these teams on the high-end side, like you're not going to be the Browns, the Vikings, the Packers, like teams like that is going to be tough to catch, but the Jets can have a really effective 1-2 punch, and for the reasons that listed at the top, both guys are good out of the backfield, running the ball, and both are effective as pass catchers, which matters for a young quarterback. So I can't wait to see this duo on the field. It's too low. 24 is too low. Shame on you, PFF. That's it from me. Subscribe if you're new. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. I'm Matt O'Leary. Let me know your rankings in the comments, and I'll talk to you next time.